Is Hailey Bieber finally divorcing Justin Bieber? Because the way she's been moving lately is giving get your affairs in order energy, and honestly, no one's surprised anymore. Word on the timeline is that Hailey just sold her entire stake in Rhode Beauty, not just for business reasons, but to quietly secure the bag before dipping out of her marriage. Yup, after Justin's nonstop strings of public humiliation, cryptic behavior, and emotional detachment, fans think this is her soft launch into single life. And let's be real, the signs are all there. From the awkward red carpet moments to those painful public appearances where Hailey looks emotionally checked out, it's hard to deny something isn't off. And now, with Rhode out of her hands and nearly $1 billion in her back pocket, the girl just might be gearing up for the exit of the decade. Of course, this wouldn't be a Hailey situation without somehow roping in Selena Gomez too, because people just can't help themselves. Now, how exactly did we get to a place where Hailey's own fans are begging her to leave Justin, when not too long ago the internet was branding her a clout-chasing mean girl? Let's rewind. For years, Hailey was dragged online for everything from being a nepo baby to stealing Justin from Selena. But the narrative has flipped, and it flipped fast. Everything changed with one Instagram post. Hailey announced that she was selling her skincare brand Rhode to Rhode Beauty in a massive $1 billion deal. She said she was thrilled to remain on board as Chief Creative Officer and Head of Innovation while stepping into a new advisory role. The headlines painted it as a savvy business move. But the internet had questions. And those questions sounded a lot like, is she plotting her escape? Because this all went down just days after Justin went viral for yet another cringe moment, being caught all over SEA at a concert while Hailey awkwardly watched from backstage. To make things worse, he followed it up with a backhanded compliment on Hailey's Vogue cover, saying he once told her she'd never make it onto Vogue. Fans were furious, and he deleted the post, but not before the damage was done. Then, Hailey drops the Rhode announcement. And not only did she say she was excited, she said she felt invigorated and ready to step into a bigger role. That doesn't sound like your typical business as usual. That sounds like a woman reclaiming her identity. Like she's done being just Justin's wife and is stepping back into her Baldwin power era. Strong, focused, and completely unbothered. What's wild is how quickly public opinion pivoted. Suddenly, the same people who used to drag her were rooting for her. People were saying she should drop the Bieber name and go back to Baldwin, that she's better off as an independent brand, not one tied to Justin's chaos. And that chaos? Oh, it runs deep. Because while Hailey is out here making billion-dollar moves, Justin is allegedly drowning in debt. We're not talking broke boy drama, we're talking millions. The streets say Justin still owes his former manager Scooter Braun over $8 million. And this isn't just petty celebrity beef, this is old friends turning into courtroom enemies. It all started when Justin got a $40 million advance for a world tour in 2022, then canceled it. That triggered a repayment clause. Scooter's company, Hype America, allegedly covered $24 million of it for Justin under the agreement that he'd pay it back in installments over 10 years. Justin only made one payment. Then, crickets. Fast forward to now, Hype ran an audit and said Justin still owes over $8 million. And instead of sorting it quietly, things blew up. Justin's team clapped back, saying Scooter was overpaid by $26 million in commissions. Scooter pulled out the big guns, hiring PricewaterhouseCoopers to investigate. They sided with Scooter. And even after he tried waiving $1 million in unpaid fees to smooth things over, nothing changed. The betrayal stings even more because Scooter was family. He discovered Justin, raised him in the industry, picked him up from every public breakdown, helped shape the Bieber brand. So when it came out last year that they quietly cut ties, fans knew something deeper was going on. And if Justin's financial mess wasn't bad enough, remember when he sold his entire music catalog for $200 million in 2023. Artists usually do that when they're winding down their career or desperate for cash. Rumor has it, Justin was on the brink of financial collapse. And after the sale, he cut ties with most of his team and tried to reset. But based on his recent behavior, it's clear everything still isn't okay. Meanwhile, Hailey is thriving, and people are saying she's glowing up for a reason. Some think she's trying to protect her finances before Justin's baggage drags her down. One user said, "Sign a prenup, sis. Don't let him touch that billion." Others think she's too loyal for that, and might be staying to help him clean up his mess behind the scenes. But let's not forget, a lot of people still think Hailey owes Justin. Because as much as she's a Baldwin, her rise to A-list status came the moment she became Mrs. Bieber. Before marrying Justin, Hailey wasn't exactly dominating runways or building empires. But after tying the knot, her brand skyrocketed. Doors opened, influence followed, and some believe Rhode wouldn't be where it is today without the Bieber name. That argument got even messier when critics brought up the fact that Rhode was originally the name of a fashion brand owned by two other women. Hailey bulldozed her way through a legal battle to claim the name, citing it as her middle name. Then came the accusations that Rhode's packaging copied Summer Fridays and other existing brands. People said that as chief creative officer, she couldn't dodge responsibility. And now, just 5 years after launch, she's sealing a billion-dollar deal. Many believe it wasn't just talent, it was timing, privilege, and marrying Justin Bieber that made the difference, which is why the idea of her leaving Justin now is sparking such a fierce debate. Some are yelling, "Finally!" Others are saying she's ungrateful. And of course, in true internet fashion, Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty got dragged into the mix because someone dared to say Rhode had overtaken Rare, and Selena fans were not having it. They clapped back hard, pulling receipts that Rare is still sitting comfortably behind Fenty as one of the top celebrity beauty brands in the world. The internet is nothing if not predictable. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Hailey and Justin. It's about what happens when the glitter fades and real life sets in. When the fame, the pressure, the loyalty, and the money start pulling in opposite directions. So now the question is, does Hailey finally walk away, or is she riding this out, billionaire status and all? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, the tables have turned, and Hailey Baldwin might just be stepping into her most powerful chapter yet. And if you're here for the tea, the truth, and the twist behind the glam, you know what to do. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.